And
Thank you very
welcome.
much. Thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Some of you may have seen this joke that I have prepared for you. An SEO expert walks into a bars, pub, tavern, public house, Irish pub, drinks beer, alcohol, and that's because SEO people just love to fill your page up with keywords. So I hope somebody knew enough about SEO at this stage to have a laugh at that. I thought it was quite humorous. I am Scott Shorter, ECU alumni 2005. I studied Bachelor of Communications, majoring in interactive multimedia, and did a little bit of internet computing as well. I help customers to position their website on the front page of Google and Bing. The methods that I use to do this are primarily search engine optimization, well, exclusively search engine optimization and search engine marketing. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about search engine optimization in the first half of this talk, and then in the second half, I'm going to show you how I use Google Analytics in the context of search engine optimization. What reports do I use on a day-to-day basis to actually get work done, make meaningful insights, and action improvements to my customers' websites? So we're going to first identify the opportunity with search engine optimization. I'm going to explain to you how SEO works from a high level. Then I want to talk about how to maximize your relationship with an SEO company, because I assume at this stage, many of you will not perhaps become SEO practitioners, but may be working with a chosen company that's providing SEO services. So how to maximize that relationship where you are the customer with a relationship with an SEO company, and some examples of what sort of performance you can get from search engine optimization. I'm going to show off a little bit first because I think this is important. SEO is a competition, and why should you be listening to what I say when it comes to how is SEO done? This keyword here is a super difficult keyword to rank for. As you can imagine, there are plenty of SEO companies that would like to rank in the #1 position for best SEO Perth. If you pull out your phones and give that a go, hopefully you will see the same thing as I show you on the screen just here, which is our company ranking in the #1 position. So I hope that's some evidence that the things that I'm telling you today are effective in the search engine Google and in the search engine Bing. I thought I'd show you my journey from ECU to where I am now. It started at ECU, where I was working at Domino's. After ECU, I ended up at a company called Avalon Corporate IT, as it sounds, doing IT support. Moved into the mining industry, definitely paid a bit better, doing IT support for a company that built gold mines. But this wasn't really where my love was at. I'd always been fascinated with search engines. And for me, I think the feeling is something like going to a casino and putting money in the machine and winning and hearing the machine go ching, ching, ching. That noise, that feeling when all the lights are flashing is a very addictive feeling. And for me, I got the same feeling when I implemented changes to a website. And then I looked at Google Analytics and I saw the graph going up. I felt like that was a win, and I became quite addicted to making improvements on websites and seeing that pay off. So I left the mining IT support industry and got a job at Webfirm, which paid absolute minimum wage, but it was a junior SEO role. And this is at a time when SEO wasn't really commercially offered. Webfirm was one of Perth's first companies to do search engine optimization. I'm so glad that I made that decision. So I did take a big pay cut, joined Webfirm as a junior, stuck around for a few years, and ended up managing Webfirm's site marketing team. And back in the day, nobody had heard of search engine optimization. So we charged maybe $100 for a premium SEO package and less than $100 for a bronze level SEO commitment. These days, most SEO packages are $1,000 a month plus, up to maybe $5,000 a month. So you can see that we've come a long way in terms of commercializing SEO as a service. It just was so new to market then to ask somebody to pay $1,000 for SEO was quite difficult. But it was easy to ask for $100. So we ended up having 1,000 customers, and that's quite a lot to manage. Left web firm and managed to get myself a job at Sumo, which was building the opposite end of the spectrum, websites for $100,000+, and wanted to charge a lot for site marketing as well. So had a good run at Sumo, working with some national brands. Satley's a national property developer, Wilson Security, and got some good results. Then an opportunity came up to leave Sumo and work as a contractor while starting my own business for Sumo's pretty much competitor at the time, Vivid Group. Got to work on some cool brands as a contractor for Vivid Group. Perth Airport, I was actually the person that renamed the terminals. For a while there, they had taxis going to the wrong place on Google Maps. So that was a pretty fun moment when I got asked to update the terminal names because they hadn't thought of that. That was an afterthought. And I've been running my company for 10 years now, doing search engine optimization and search engine marketing, as well as conversion rate optimization. I was invited to Google in the year 2017. That's me standing in the Google office. And if you haven't heard, the office is like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is a fun house in there that you can climb on the walls. Security is pretty tight. People follow you as you move throughout the building. Yeah, it was a fun visit. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about the opportunity.